Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forward. Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. Purity of heart is to will one thing. The function of prayer is not to influence God, but rather to change the nature of the one who prays. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. To not dare is to lose oneself. Face the facts of being what you are, for that is what changes what you are. Life is not a problem to be solved but a mystery to be lived. A man who is a physical being is always turned toward the outside, thinking that his happiness lies outside him, finally turns inward and discovers that the source is within him. If I were to wish for anything, I should not wish for wealth and power, but for the passionate sense of the potential, for the eye which, ever young and ardent, sees the possible. The most dangerous lie is the lie you tell yourself. Self-deception can lead to a life of delusion and inauthenticity. It is important to confront and acknowledge the truth, even when it is uncomfortable or challenging. Only through self-honesty can true self-awareness and personal transformation be achieved. Don't forget to love yourself. In the journey of self-discovery and personal growth, it is essential to cultivate self-love and acceptance. Embrace your strengths and weaknesses, celebrate your uniqueness, and treat yourself with kindness and compassion. Remember that you are worthy of love, and that includes loving yourself. Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. The anxiety that accompanies the freedom of choice arises from the immense responsibility and uncertainty that comes with it. The realization that one is entirely responsible for their own existence and the choices they make can be overwhelming. However, it is through embracing this anxiety and making authentic choices that true freedom and self-actualization can be attained. The self-assured believer is a greater sinner in the eyes of God than the troubled disbeliever. The one who claims to possess absolute certainty in matters of faith often lacks the humility to acknowledge their own limitations and the depths of their own sinfulness. It is through the acknowledgement of one's own doubts and struggles that true faith and spiritual growth can emerge. Purity of heart is to will one thing. The purity of heart is to love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. To will one thing is to focus your entire being on the highest, most meaningful purpose in life, which is the pursuit of a relationship with God. It is to align your desires, thoughts, and actions with the divine will. Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forward. Life is not a problem to be solved but a reality to be experienced. It is not about finding the right answers but about living the questions. The answers will come in due time, through the journey itself. Face the facts of being what you are, for that is what changes what you are. The unhappy person is one who has his ideal, the content of his life, the fullness of his consciousness, the essence of his being, in some manner outside of himself. The happy person is the one who has his ideal within himself, in his own heart, in his own conscience. People demand freedom of speech as a compensation for the freedom of thought which they seldom use. In reality, freedom of speech is often the greatest form of self-restraint. For what is required is not freedom to be irresponsibly careless but freedom to be responsibly careful. The greatest hazard of all, losing oneself, can occur very quietly in the world, as if it were nothing at all. No other loss can occur so quietly. Any other loss, an arm, a leg, $5, a wife, etc., is sure to be noticed. Life is a battle between faith and reason in which each feeds upon the other, drawing sustenance from it and destroying it.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to join our community and be the first to know about all the exciting videos we have planned for the future.